Welcome to the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships here in Lecco, Italy. I'm Brian Jones with Ian Rosen, part of our Sky Magazine coverage of the Junior Championships. And in the open finals, we have Team USA versus Team Canada. It should prove to be a good one, the highly anticipated matchup. So far, let's take a look, Liam, at our Sky Magazine keys to the game. Regardless, Canada coming out, they're going to have to play their own game coming into this. It's all about Team Canada, not focusing on Team USA.
Team Canada, their theme throughout the tournament, we've talked to Coach John Haydock a number of times. He's assured us that their strategy going into every game is to focus on them. They never worry about the other team. They don't game plan for matchups. They just want to play their game.
Also for Team Canada, they're going to have to take advantage of that height disparity. USA, a shorter team. Canada can maybe take advantage of that, Liam. Another side for the US, talking to the coaches beforehand, pretty tight-lipped about their strategy and what they were going to be doing. But we know for sure it's going to be about containing Wu and Keffer. Darren Wu and Cole Keffer have been incredible so far for Team Canada. And US is going to have to try to do their darndest to stop them. Also utilizing their depth. In their last game, Liam, we're talking to the coaches, and there was an amazing stat we heard.
22 players were involved in points in that game out of 24 points, either at an assist or goal. This team is the definition of deep. Between the #1 player and the number 24 player on the roster, there is absolutely no difference.
Wind is swirling in the stadium. It's picked up. We've had rain all day long, sometimes at differing intensities. It's just a drizzle at this point in time. Ground is still very wet, slippery conditions, and the wind will swirl in the corners. Sometimes you'll see a crosswind across the field, be up and down with different points, and we get started. Team Canada coming out on defense, USA in the white, Team Canada in the black. Coming out with a 4-person cup, Team Canada has utilized this during the tournament. Dump swing. Looking back for Olsen. There is the reset. Olsen now through the cup, dishes it, up the line. Canada has USA trapped in the 4-person cup, 2 people, and then a turnover. Canada going the other way. Rear, shot to the end zone for Ladyman for the score. Canada breaks 1-0.
On the strength of their 4-man cup, Canada forces a break out of the U.S. An overthrown throw that just slipped right through the cup out of the hands of the outstretched receiver.
Great start for Team Canada, getting the first break of this game. And they talked with John Haydock, the Canadian head coach. We see Ladymen with the goal. He mentioned throughout this tournament that they were not showing their full arsenal of tricks. They had their toolbox ready for this one. It's a dangerous balance, right, Liam? Trying to prepare for Team USA, but Canada trying to force inwards as we go.
Haydock was telling us that really their entire strategy around this tournament has been planned for the USA. They knew they would be facing them at some point. Both these teams actually did face off in a power pools matchup that was ended early because of lightning delay on the fields. It ended with USA up 9-6, but Coach Haydock called it an essentially meaningless game. Both teams were just out there having fun.
No stack and more zone from Team Canada. USA needs to respond. First time they probably faced adversity throughout this tournament. Hammer over the top. The angle. Now transition to man defense. To the line. Looking for Lee Angle. As the man streaks in the end zone, now to the dumps. Looks without the space, and back to Team Canada. Blocked by Ladyman. That was the one player George Stubbs said we needed to watch out for. The assistant coach on USA said that Matthew Ladyman would have a huge impact.
Ladyman flying through the air to grab that impressive layout. D Canada with a chance to break again as they go deep immediately.
Nechtel deep for the score. Thomas McAleer.
In Canada fan section going wild as the Canadian U19 Open team breaks twice to start the game.
U.S. have not been on the same page. First time they felt a little bit of pressure in this tournament. The turnover, just a matter of miscommunication on the resets.
Expect the United States to rebound, though. This has been the dominant team in the tournament. No team so far has presented a real challenge for them. Perhaps a bit of finals nerves. Only 2 players repeat from their last finals appearance, the World Junior Ultimate Championships in Dublin. At this young age, many players haven't played a game like this, showcase game in a large stadium.
Canada leads 2-0 in a game to 17. We'll have half at 9, most likely, and you can see the wind picking up. Looking at the Team Canada's players' jerseys. And onto the field for the first time on defense, Canadian stars Cole Keffer.
Keffer, the world-class rugby player, represented the Canadian juniors rugby team at the Commonwealth Games in Scotland.
Lehman goes inside, fortunate catch. Benelo. Machka. Inside break. Finds Lee Engel. U.S. sniffing the end zone for the first time this game.
Looks like there's a stoppage, Brian, before that goal was scored. The disc is going to go back. Seemed to be a pick downfield. And by downfield, I mean in the end zone. So slightly downfield.
U.S. will have another opportunity. Still some discussion of whether or not pick affected the play. It may have been a foul. And we'll get started here in a moment. Lee Engel with the disc, checking in. Keffer on the mark. Still more discussion about what the count is. It's been beautiful here all week in terms of the scenery in Lecco. It's been a mixed bag weather-wise. Some days very hot and muggy, and other days very cool and rainy. We get started. Flip to the end zone for the score. USA gets on the board.
So that's 2-1. USA putting up a number on the scoreboard for the first time after going down 2 breaks to Canada. It's got to feel good confidence-wise.
Alex Olson with the goal. Team Canada leads after a score of 2 breaks. It's a highly anticipated matchup throughout the tournament. We're waiting to see if any other teams could challenge. USA dispatching Italy in the semifinals. Canada had a close early portion of the game with Team Germany, but then pulled away in the second half. You see the offensive line coming out for Team Canada. Hugh Knapp, main handler. Keffer will be back. Darren Wu has made some highlight reel plays during the week. We'll also see Captain Alan Scarth. Blade pole, going to roll. We'll see center to Knapp. Split stack for Team Canada. Scarth clears. Now Keffer going deep. Scarth almost drops it. Looking for Keffer, low. Keffer can't run it down.
The wind going from left to right on your screen. Pick that disc up. It was too low of a throw for Keffer to catch up to.
USA coming to the disc, would get it out the cone. Jacobs gets in motion, clears out space. Wow. Gets it around. Giving chase. The pressure was Hurst. And Immortelli sending it deep. What a grab near the end zone. Mitchell. Crowded area. Flip. Wow, gets it off. Coached by Canada. And Immortelli. The end zone. Not quite there yet for Team USA. Inside break dropped. Bullet of a pass.
So Canada with one more chance to save this offensive point.
Intended for Hurst. Keffer bobbles and catches. Finding Knapp. Looking deep for Snyder. Snyder out in front, hanging. Snyder rips it down.
That was ridiculous. The grab under pressure with one hand. Physical contact, setting the stage early in this game. Canada 3-1.
Great chase by the U.S. defender, Caleb Snyder. Makes the catch with the defender on his back.
That catch, Brian, getting the crowd involved. Everyone at the tournament here watching this game. It's the last game of the tournament. They want to see big plays. Let's take a look at this replay. Snyder snatching it out of the air powerfully with one hand.
Saw head coach Chase Sparling Beckley during the in-between the points, trying to pump up his team, high fives all around. Canada with a pull. USA down 2 breaks. Fumbles the pull. And 3-person cup here for Canada. US looking through the dish through. Finds Olsen. Machka over the top. Schuster. Benelo. Machka. To the end zone. U.S. scores. Alex Olsen up the line.
The United States working through Canada's zone on that point. Canada, though, doing everything right defensively, changing up their defensive sets and looks, just trying to throw the U.S. off their rhythm.
That's something we've seen out of both Canadian teams here today. We just did previously the women's U19 championship game on our last stream.
If you just tuning in for this one and missed the last game, USA won that game 17-9, acquiring their first gold medal in a U19 Girls Division Championship since 2006. USA, on the other hand, has won a gold medal on every championship since 2006. You see Coach George Stubbs, assistant coach. He's been involved in the USA Juniors program since that year. He was the captain in 2006 and 2008, assisted the team in 2010 when his sister was playing for the women's team, and has been the coach for the past 2 iterations. In 2012, when the team placed second, or when the team won, actually beating Colombia, and in this tournament here.
3-2, Canada leads. Now back on offense. Snyder just made a terrific catch in the end zone. Back to receive the pull. Great hanging pull from the U.S.
Crowd really loving the effort on that pull.
Scarth dishes to Knapp. A little hairy situation. Knapp recovers. Scarth. Had an option deep, decides to go underneath the Keffer. Wu now taking off. Knapp fakes, goes for Wu. Hanging, Wu open in the end zone. 4-2 Canada.
Brian, Canada has done everything right so far offensively. They've had a couple bobbles and fumbles. They've been able to recover. They've been getting open deep. No mistakes from them. We've seen the first 2 games of today in heavy winds and rain, plagued with mistakes. Both teams solid so far. The U.S. just with a couple of early mistakes that have led to a 4-2 lead for Canada.
I think Canada has the athletes to compete with this squad thus far. They're going to have to worry about Darren Wu and then Cole Keffer. When you have the 1-2 punch, then Hugh Knapp leading the Canadian squad on offense, you always are going to have a chance. Hugh Knapp actually playing in the under-23 division last summer. See the replay. Knapp finding a wide open Darren Wu. Scott Trimble giving chase for the Americans. Goal from Team Canada is short in the middle of the field. Machka. Flip back and forth, dominator style. Finds a receiver he likes over the top. And what a grab!
Josiah Mort with the grab for the U.S. Mort is a dominant player in California out of Atascadero High School. Mentioned his teammate Leah Ferris earlier in the women's division. Mort was the answer when we asked the coaches about the standout player of the game. It looks like there's also an injury on the field for Canada up to that last point.
Thomas McAleer took the brunt of the collision with Mort. McAleer has been one of the deep defenders that have gotten blocks for Team Canada over the past week. It'd be a shame to see him go out.
Mort using the positive momentum, flying into that end zone. Let's take another look. Actually pushed into the end zone by the collision with McAleer.
(4-3) Canada leads over Team USA. Canada with the early 2-break advantage. Big throws, big plays in this game, Liam Rosen. Ball for U.S. will go out of bounds. We'll see Knapp take it at the middle with Hurst and Snyder back.
5:15 p.m. local time here in Lecco City in the mountains, just 50 kilometers to the north of Milan in the north of Italy. It's been a changing and perhaps frustrating week for some of the players as games were canceled. There were several lightning delays, administrative delays, hard for players to find a rhythm. And now this day, rainy after a couple days of sun.
Young goes for the end zone. USA poach grabs it. Mitchell. Up the line. DiFrancesco puts it up. This one's going to hang. Go to the left sideline. Called out. Foot on the line. Back to Team Canada. Knapp. For Keffer. Keffer takes off deep. Underneath to Wu. Darren Wu. The around is too low. Good mark by the USA, gets it back.
USA will take their time to get it set up for this end zone offense. Looks very disciplined with cuts coming from the back.
Schuweiler with the inside break, pops up in the air. Who can make a play? Tipped again.
It's Darren Wu elevating above the pack using his height.
Yes, you see Terrence Mitchell was in the area. He made a great play earlier this week, posterizing Team Israel.
Brian, that hospital grab was reminiscent of the Sockeye Johnny Bravo final in 2007.
Knapp. Around, big bid. Too late for the disc.
Both teams with some miscues on this point suddenly.
Francesca. Looks at Schuweiler. Schuweiler dances, now around. Schuweiler to the end zone. Pepper's there.
Not just mistakes, it's just good defense by both teams.
Scarth on the sideline. Foul called on the play. Terrence Mitchell calling a foul on Nathan Hurst. Scarth. Hurst up the line. Hurst has been squirrely all week. And just through the hands of Yun, back to Team USA. And the wind has picked up. Team USA going straight into a headwind. On the flags in the background, you can see strongest we've seen all day long. The rain has tailed off. Schuweiler puts it up, going to hang, tipped. Another turnover.
This point is messy for the first time.
Knapp. Scarth. Yun. Looking for an option, clearing out, Keffer coming back. Keffer slides. Knapp going deep, tipped to Knapp, too far.
Teams haven't been able to adjust to the increased wind velocity. USA calling for a possible timeout.
No timeout from Team USA.
Connor Matthews wanted one. He's exhausted in the back of the staff.
Matthews playing for Oregon Ego this past year. Peter Schmidt. To Francesca, miscommunication once again. Been an issue for the dump sets of Team USA early on. Hurst.
Players visibly fatigued.
Snyder to Knapp. Has to go back, looking for Wu. Now back to Hurst. Inside break for the goal to Caleb Snyder.
We've talked a lot about, Brian, those long points with multiple turns on each end. Oftentimes the team that can gut it out and score those points has the momentum going into the rest of the game. We'll see if Canada can capitalize off of that.
They've kept their early lead. We look around the stadium, expect the wind to swirl throughout this game and change directions. The flags on both sides now are blowing in different directions. We see some going towards Team Canada, would make it an upwind, and others just swirling around.
I think in games like this, players that have never been in this situation before, that have never played in a stadium with swirling winds like this, it's very easy to underestimate how hard it is to catch these discs. I'm not surprised that there were 4 or 5 mistakes by each team on that point. It's very difficult to even get your hands or throw it long and have the disc stay stable.
Saw the replays. Darren Wu getting up for the Sky D. We talked about it before the game with the coaches, George Stubbs, Sam O'Brien of Team USA, that they were not concerned with this win and there was no adjustments to be made.
Maybe they'll be rethinking that after this early start.
USA facing a zone from Team Canada. Through the cup, sneaky throw. The angle. Machka around. Schuster. Machka to the far end zone. Too high.
And even Mort, as tall as he is, couldn't elevate to make that grab.
So Team Canada can go full field. Nechtel fakes. Now looking back. Handler slipped on the ground. Turnover back to Team USA with a short field. Machka to the end zone. That one counts.
Dominic Schuster with the goal out of Cincinnati, Ohio. USA team is focused on building team chemistry, keeping a strong team mentality through the use of what George Stubbs called experiential learning. They ran a team preparation camp in New York State about 5 days before the tournament. It's essentially a 2-week experience, as Coach Stubbs described it. They train together at the camp, they fly into Europe, they have 2 free days, and then they're at the tournament playing together and bonding. We'll go into a timeout, so both teams will talk it over here on Sky Magazine's coverage of the World Junior Ultimate Championships.
Deze stream wordt u aangeboden door
Sky Magazine.
Sky D Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
Sky D Magazine. Sky Magazine.
Perfect. Good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Back at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships here on Sky Magazine in Lecco, Italy. The wind has been swirling all morning long. Temperatures in the cool 40s, 50s Fahrenheit. Canada with a surprise early lead, 2 breaks on Team USA, and they did it by converting on USA miscues.
USA, though, still well within reach. It's a very long game. Only 25 minutes in so far. And down by 1. George Stubbs, the assistant coach, signing the matchups.
Stubbs player for Ironside, also playing and captaining Junior Worlds teams in 2006 and 2008. So this is his 5th Junior Worlds, whether as a player or a coach, or as a pseudo-coach, he called it. Center to Knapp, vertical stack. And a zipper for Wu. Wu wide open. USA is going to need to figure out how to contain him. Wu flips it to Hurst. Canada lead, 6-4.
Darren Wu, everyone. If you don't know the name, you better get acquainted with it now. We've been seeing him. Those of us who've been following the AUDL on the West Coast have seen Wu taking names, matching up against the likes of Kurt Gibson, Ashlyn Joy, Bo Kittredge.
Great experience in the pro leagues that have formed in North America with these young players, especially in the areas where there are 2 teams. See the replay. Wu dishes to Hurst. Simple play that Team Canada uses as a zipper. We'll talk about that for those who don't know as we look at Lecco, the clouds coming in over the mountains.
This has been the scene all day for us. We're really enjoying the view here from the Municipal Stadium. This is where Lecco's football or soccer team plays. was heavy earlier, seems to have taken a break though.
Big pull, Canada back to the end zone. Crowd loving it. Going deep, 2 receivers. Which one will take it down? Olsen flips, Lee Engel. USA responds.
USA played that point very well. One thing that you can do is when a pull goes that deep in the end zone, Canada really ran down to the field, tried to take away the under and lock down. They left, though, the 2 U.S. receivers streaking deep, and Benelo just went for it. Hoisted it up, found Olsen easily for the deep shot.
Brings him within 1. Just like Canada, first throw near puck. This one, as we see the replay.
Yeah, let's take a look at how this was set up. So you see Benelo, and look to the right side of your screen. The double deep cuts that allowed USA to find Lee Engel, the Carleton player, for the score. That's Carleton College in Minnesota. Lee Engel, though, a Seattle native. Large chunk of these players are from Seattle, as is the case on many juniors teams. The Seattle youth scene flourishing, viewed as the mecca of youth ultimate throughout the United States. On the contrary, many of the players on the Canadian team from Vancouver, just 180 miles north over the border. Both teams used to this kind of weather, gray, windy, and rainy.
Centered and Knapp, showing Hostak. Been a defensive mainstay the majority of time. Snyder lays out. Keeps it for Team Canada. Looking deep for Knapp. Knapp normally throws it. Can he run it down? No.
Bullet forehand from Hurst. The University of Toronto just finished up his freshman year. Knapp can't run it down.
USA with a chance to tie it and get one of their breaks back. Just checked in, Mitchell in isolation. Mitchell turfs the disc. And back to Team Canada. First. Blue streak steep. Now looks underneath for Keffer. Keffer to Scarth. Scarth now back to Hurst. Has Knapp out for the swing. Decides to go to Keffer. Keffer looking for the flip. To Wu. Flip for the score. Canada goes up 7-5.
Keffer has an interesting style. And as we mentioned before, he's a elite rugby player in Canada, being primed for the Canadian rugby national teams. He almost plays ultimate like a rugby player. He's on the ground a lot. He kind of looks like he's out of control all the time, but actually isn't. You almost think looking at watching him play, he's going to do something really crazy and drop a disc, but he's very, very secure. He's been playing ultimate since he was 5 years old. His mom was his ultimate coach throughout elementary school, so the Canadian ultimate community has been familiar with Keffer for a long while. He's had a while to get acquainted with this sport.
See Thomas McAleer back on the field, number 4. As we look at also Team USA's offensive line. Canada once again took an early 2-0 lead, broke down breaks, and we've seen the teams trade since. Benelo, Machka, 4-person cup again from Team Canada. Lee Engel, trapped on the sideline. Quick dish. over the top. Hanging. USA grabs it. Olsen. Mort. Quick flip. Machka. Sweet break for the goal. 7-6.
We got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. USA figuring out Canada's Cup. They did have one close call. Receiver able to come down with the floaty pass.
And once that pass got off, USA off to the races. Machka fits it in. Rittmeyer with the goal. Here at 7-6, Canada's got the advantage they wanted early. They have an offense that can keep toe-to-toe with Team USA. And we're looking at the coaching. George Stubbs preaching wide marks, trying to take away the hucks from Team Canada. Goal from Team USA. Hurst. Centers to Snyder. Knapp curls around the front of the stack, pick called. Most plays are going to start out with Knapp in the center of the field. Starting out in the stack this time. Scarth. Knapp goes deep. Now putting it out for Wu. Too low.
Wu almost got a hand on that.
And to Mortala. Wow. Looking for an option underneath. USA down by one, could tie it here. And to Mortala going back. Secures it. Bump on the mark. Playing through. Putting it out to the end zone, too far. And to Mortala was the receiver in the area.
The wind has died down. It is still swirling a bit, but overall wind level is very low and very little rain here as well. So it's calming down a bit in Luckett.
Been on streak steep from the start, leaving Wu underneath. Hurst. And a drop by Binnen. Gives it back to Team USA.
That was a tough pass. Hurst is really putting a lot of English on those throws. Tough to catch, even with gloves.
And Mortala slowly walks. Wide open cutter to the open cone for the goal. USA breaks back. Defensive miscue, leaving the receiver wide open, going to the cone. USA still down a break, having received at the start of this game.
I was looking at a conversation in the field. Hurst upset after that last point, having some words with Coach Haydock.
We've seen fiery styles out of Vancouver teams traditionally. Looking at Furious George, Haydock plays for.
Hurst, though, out of Toronto. So USA will talk it over. Tying it again. For the first time in a long while, Canadians have hung on to a lead, but the game now evening up.
And these are critical points for both squads. USA has gotten themselves within one break. Team Canada had the great start. Can they take it into half? It can change the mood of a team so quickly, whether or not you go in with a 1-point lead or you're down one. However the half ends is typically what you remember, especially for young teams. First, unmarked. Scarth. Looking for Keffer. Knapp streaks deep. Now coming back underneath. Knapp has Wu on the break side. Holsters it. Foul called on the play.
So very close marks from the U.S. Lots of contact.
So Yannick. Conversation on what the count should come in on.
Yannick out of North Carolina, the Carolina Friends School. We want to see some good youth highlight videos. Check out Carolina Friends School on YouTube.
Keffer layup bid. It's up for Scarth, hanging. Scarth goes up, tipped, back to Team USA.
Scarth just went up a little early for that one. Floated too much in the wind.
A miscommunication, and Keffer makes sure it's a block.
Boy, does he.
Going to the end zone for Wu. Wu in the end zone, 8-7 Team Canada.
That was a brilliant throw from Hugh Knapp. Brian, when that disc went up, both of us looked at each other like, did he just throw that out of the back of the end zone? He put just the right amount of touch on it to where it would die right at the back and curve around for Knapp. That was a fantastic throw.
Canada maintains the lead 8-7. USA had an opportunity, gave it right back. And now a big possession here, Team Canada.
Hugh Knapp will be joining the roster of Furious George for the first time at the World Ultimate Club Championships. Been playing Ultimate since grade 8. He's a player that's repeating from the last World Junior Ultimate Championship in Dublin. Also played at the U23 World Championship in Toronto last year.
What a throw and find by Knapp. We've seen him all over the field. Normally he's been back for Team Canada. We've done 2 of their games against Germany and another game against Japan, and Knapp did not leave the handler spot during that time.
It's all about the strength of your offensive line, and this Canadian offensive line has been playing together all tournament. They've gelled, they've got great chemistry. Now the defense trying to put pressure on the USA with a 4-man cup.
Swung around. Canada with a chance to break for half.
USA still in their own end zone.
We've gotten a little bit of space. Canada still not transitioning. Machka on the sideline. Big flip, Lee Angle. Say swings it around. Benelo. Schuster. Benelo. And wind is picked up on this point. It's hard to tell at any given time which way it's blowing. Makes it very difficult on the throwers. Benelo. Takes to Olsen. Up to Machka. Machka tries to put it through. Layout D, Thomas McAleer.
McAleer seems like he started that layout from his own end zone. He was in the air for a while as Canada will take a timeout.
And we'll see if Canada can break for a half here on Sky Magazine's coverage of the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. Back at the World Junior Ultimate Championships 2014 coverage here on Sky Magazine. I'm Brian Jones with Liam Rosen. Team Canada taking a timeout. Chance to break for half, leading 8-7.
I like this timeout call from them. They ended up getting the turn on the layout from McAleer. A break here would mean a lot. They'd be able to hang on to their 2-point lead going into halftime.
Also would be receiving out of half. Isolated on the other side of the field on the side stack. Marceau clears out deep. McAleer going for the half. Marceau and Mort makes sure that's not going to happen.
The wind carried that disc a long way out the back of the end zone. So USA with another chance.
They walk the disc up to the line and face the 4-man cup once again. So he starts. Hammer immediately, it's going to float back towards the end zone. Going to give Canada a very short field. Nechtel going to walk to it. Canada with an excellent opportunity.
And Hammer just caught a bit of an edge.
Nechtel, Dazzy Dangle for the score. Canada takes half, 9-7.
Dawsey fired up to take half for Canada. And this is not the half that USA was expecting. Errors, miscues, wind and rain. They'll go in, coaches will talk it over.
And we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll see some commercials and potentially highlight reels in this halftime and an interview down on the field with our Sky Magazine correspondents. Stay tuned for all that action. We'll be back here in the second half. Canada leads the USA 9-7.
Hi, this is Rachel from the fields. I'm standing here again with the Canadian coach, John. This has been the toughest matchup so far, I guess. What do you think of the game so far?
It's fantastic. It's everything that we had expected it to be. Both teams are working really hard, and it's just an amazing matchup. And expected nothing less from a game against the States.
You guys are 2 points up, and it's halftime. What are you going to do to keep this up?
We're not 2 points up. It's all about point by point, winning that next point. They're not allowed to look at the scoreboard. It's completely irrelevant.
All right. We wish you all the best of luck. I won't keep you anymore from your boys. Thank you for the interview. And we'll be back with more after the halftime.
Este programa está transmitido por Sky Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
Skidi Magazine. Sky Magazine.
Sky Magazine. Sky D Magazine. Sky Magazine. Sky Magazine.
for Wu from Knapp. Wu, D tipped right through Wu's hands. Call on the play.
We'll go all the way back to the beginning.
And then Murtella on the mark against Knapp. Knapp bumping on Wu. Running Keffer. Keffer dishes to Wu. Goes over Scarth, his own teammate. To Snyder. Team Canada could extend to 3 points. Their lead, Scarth. And back Hurst. Hurst, bobble, saves it. Close, quick flip, has Knapp. Diving opportunity, sneaks it into Wu.
I think the most impressive part of that whole point was the recovery from Hurst. He tried to one-hand the catch, bobbled it, made an impossible save with the same hand.
Canada with a 10-7 lead. Game to 17 here in Lecco, Italy. Wind has swirled all game long, going from dead calm to a roaring upwind. We take a look at the stands, chock full. Trying to keep out of what was the rain, now a little bit of drizzle, mostly wind.
And Brian, I can't really explain why Canada's offense is doing what it's doing, but it's just more solid than the USA right now.
Chemistry from Canada, a lot of these players coming from Vancouver and Winnipeg, Adam Hurst from Toronto, and that's always the advantage that international and other teams have had over Team USA is their chemistry, often playing a little bit longer. As we talked about, you talked with George Stubbs, it's a 2-week experience for Team USA. 1 week of training camp, 1 week here at the tournament. Marceau sends a high arcing pole that's going to go out of bounds. USA will take it at the brick. Machka will take it from the center. As Benelo back with Olsen. Olsen on the far side. In discussion already, the play hasn't started. Machka. Olsen looking for Lee Engel. Passes out in front, wide open. Lee Engel reels it in.
Brilliant deep shot right away to Lee Engel, Carleton College cut player.
Efficient offense from the U.S. Quickly gets it back within 2. They have a lot of work ahead of themselves now on defense to get back in this game. Head coach Chase Sparling Beckley encouraging his players.
Sparling Beckley has been on some big stages himself before.
Arguably the biggest stages.
Arguably the biggest is World Games team member, Seattle Sockeye, Portland Rhino player.
You see the offensive line return out on the field for Team Canada. Offensive line for U.S. trying to gear up and get the breaks, but Knapp, Keffer, Wu have been excellent. Snyder, Scarth, Hurst getting the job done, and then don't forget about Yun, Nicholas Yun, the other cutter on the line. USA pole towards the end zone, but not much hang time. Knapp, split stack. Keffer streaks deep. Knapp Looking for Keffer. DiFrancesca gets the block.
DiFrancesca, great read on the disc. He'll pick up right away and put it deep.
Hanging, going along the backside. Binham puts it to the ground. Foul called on the play. Francesca, marked by Keffer. You see the flags. Look calm. Don't be fooled. At any part given time at the stadium, it could be a different wind condition. Takes deep. Yannick, DiFrancesca. Wow. Fakes. Bullet pass. USA still before half field. Finding Matthews. On the receiver, but reeled in. Continuation looks along the sideline. Wow. DiFrancesca. For the up line, now back. High release flick break. It looks like a travel call. Sebastian DiFrancesco. Yannick. Yannick to the end zone. Over the middle. Caught for the score. Connor Matthews.
Connor Matthews has been big for his college team, Oregon Ego, during this last college season, getting up big for the score there. Put USA to within one.
Break for USA. It's just a close game. I think this is the closest game we've done all tournament. And it's fitting that it's the final one here in the Open Division. Team Canada still up by one. Take a look here at the replay. Team USA celebrating. Canada has gotten the job done on defense, but here their offense has been broken. Now we'll have to respond. And here we go, set to pull. Peter Schmidt sends it deep and out of bounds. Crowd hoping it was going to go over the fence. Not the case. Knapp will take it. Knapp on the side stack. Inside break. It's Descarth to Wu. Keffer out to space. DiFrancesca's chasing over the top. And back to Team USA. Mitchell streaking deep, a bullet pass. Mitchell is there.
Pinpoint puck to Terrence Mitchell.
Looking for
space.
Trimble can't reel it in. Massive opportunity wasted for Team USA.
That's a tough pass though in that wind to blade it up that high. Keep those throws low. Make sure the wind doesn't affect them. So Canada with a chance now to go the other way. Tension in the air as these two teams remain close. The crowd is loving it.
Looking deep for Scarth. Passes out in front. Tipped. Caught. Scarth. Team Canada still has Keffer wide open. Calls a timeout.
Love it. Love it, Brian. And this may be controversial because I see you shaking your head there, but I like that Scarth didn't try to put it in the end zone right away after making the big recovery. Both teams have been trying to rush it too much. We just saw Mitchell turn it over after catching on a deep shot. Take some time. It's right after half. This is a point that can put you back up 2 instead of having the USA tie the game for the first time in a while.
We'll take here a look at the replay. Beautiful pass out in front. Scarth gets one hand on it, avoids the collision. In regards to the timeout, I think it's not a bad one. He took a look at the end zone, saw what he had. The only reason I'm shaking my head, Liam, is just because Cole Keffer was wide open for the easy reset. That opportunity now, we're in a higher stall situation. But you know what? Hugh Knapp has been incredible on the resets. That's no hyperbole here. Hugh Knapp has gotten open whenever he's needed to for this Team Canada squad. We have a timeout on the field. We'll stay here with you right now. And Team Canada building a 2-0 lead early on. USA responding. And Team Canada breaking for half, making it 9-7. Now we have Scarth. A vertical stack coming out of this. Knapp as the dump. And now USA will set up. Keffer offset, an isolation set. DiFrancesco matched up in the isolation position. Discussion on the count. Let's check back in. Scarth takes the inside, now to Knapp. Knapp to the end zone for the score.
It's Scarth with a crisp inside out, finding Knapp, putting Canada up again by 2. USA unable to close the gap. They've gotten close a couple times, but it's these miscommunications, errors, turnovers that have cost them.
Canada almost didn't make it to this stage. Looking ahead a little bit to the USA perhaps in the quarterfinals. They found themselves down to France before pulling out the close victory and dominated Germany in the semifinals.
Take a look at this inside out. Scarth.
Big thanks to our sponsor, Ultiphotos, the official photographer of the World Junior Ultimate Championships 2014. Check out all of the amazing photos on ultiphotos.com. McAleer with the pole for Team Canada. USA down 2. Machka dishes it. Olsen.
Canada will come out in the 4-man cup again.
Pushes it through the zone. Britt Meyer gives it back. Benelo waiting for the crash and goes with the hammer instead. Machka looking ahead, drops the disc. Opportunity for Team Canada to extend the lead. Knechtel. Marceau. Marceau up the line. Knechtel. Canadians near the end zone. Lefty flip for the score. Team Canada goes up 12-9.
I don't care how many hammers you practice, how many hammers you throw. That is always a lower percentage look then a forehand or backhand. Just by nature of the fact that the disc is turning upside down, that can happen. Just a bit of bad luck for the U.S. These teams are very close to the same level. It's going to come down to who has the best execution in this game.
Just a minute ago, we were looking at U.S. tying the game up potentially at 10s. Canada gets the D-back, responds, and then a quick break.
Big swing.
Trust and chemistry. Knechtel with the lefty flip. McAleer with the goal.
This Canadian team stronger than in past years. 2 years ago, they lost in the semifinals to Colombia. The reigning philosophy at that time with juniors teams was to pick the best players, but also leave maybe 5 or 6 spots open for younger players to be those flag bearers and have the chance to participate in just 2 juniors championships. So World Junior Ultimate Championships happening every 2 years. This year, they didn't even look at age. Coach Haydock, take a look at all the tryouts and just evaluated on playing ability. It turned out that the best players were the ones that were nearing the age limit, 18 or 19. He believes that this team is much stronger than in past years. They're showing it here.
Machka finding Cook. The angle. Machka. And superb with the handling so far in this game. Got the drop in the last possession to the end zone. Schuster, can he keep it in bounds? Yes, for the goal. USA brings it up to 10.
Pinpoint to Dominic Schuster. It's his second in the game. Out of Cincinnati. Goes to the University of Cincinnati. USA keeping it close.
12-10, game to 17.
Still lots of time. Anything can happen.
Our friends on the west coast of the United States are up by now, and same with the Canadians watching in Vancouver. Hope you're watching here on Sky Magazine as we take a look at the replay. And throw, trusting the skills. Dominic Schuster catches it in the back of the end zone. USA has not had an answer for Knapp, Keffer, and Wu all combined. Doing a good job, Team Canada, spreading the wealth. Scarth also contributing in the last assist. Blade pull from Team USA. Center to Knapp, Hostak. Wide marks, really far off of Knapp, puts it out for Wu anyways. Will it hang? Wu can't chase it down, but gets a hand on it. Would have been incredible.
And I can't believe he even caught up to that. As the throw went up, I was thinking, what was Knapp thinking? Wu wasn't even cutting at that point. He just put it up to space, as they've done so many times for Wu in previous games.
It's a rare miss for Hugh Knapp in this game, let alone this tournament. USA with their chance. Gives it back.
It though with the overthrow.
Hurst. Knapp. Pick called on the play. Knapp. Hurst with a shimmy. And it's going back. Looks like a violation. Hurst with the explosive skill set. First now back. Inside break, too far. Scarth had it in his hand. DiFrancesco puts it out, waiting, up in the air, in and out of the hands.
These errors are costing the United States the game. They're too rash to just pick it up after a turnover and just bomb it out. These floaty passes. And the weather is too changing to be able to make those deep receptions.
Going for Wu again. More giving chase, but Wu's got it. And has Keffer with space. Keffer, DiFrancesco is there, but Keffer makes the grab.
United States has had no answer for Darren Wu. They're trying to put Mort on him. Mort wasn't able to catch up. Wu has been their bailout player all game. Nothing works, send it deep to Wu.
See Canadian head coach John Hajduk into the picture. Has a nice white hat, just left the screen. Canadian Flatball Club.
This hat was developed by the players. Asked Hajduk about it before the game. He said it's genius because you wear a baseball cap, your ears get burned. But with the sailor's cap, not only does it look cool, it protects your ears from the sun.
Machka. Streaking cutter deep, goes underneath. Rittmeyer rips it to the end zone. Layout, grab! Team USA!
Play of the game, everybody. I don't care who you are. If you don't enjoy that, you don't enjoy Ultimate.
What a play.
Samuel Cook with the reception. That disc was floating out of bounds. His hand was 3 inches from the back of that end zone.
Might be the spark Team USA needed to get back into this game.
Still, though, you hope they wouldn't have to make it hard. Let's take another look at this deep catch.
Fantastic grab in the back of the end zone. Team Canada leads. Late stages of the second half. Difference in polling. Right now, Team Canada's had a couple of quality polls that have allowed their defense to get early turnovers.
Spread stack again for Canada. Putting it up for Knapp.
Knapp chasing it down 2 defenders. USA gets it back.
Nathan Haskell, the Paella star. It's foot blocked by Knapp.
Knapp gets it back. Team Canada with a short field. Hurst. With Keffer. Tries to clear out. Now inside break. And a slip up by Scarth in the back of the end zone. Golden opportunity.
I'm not sure who that was to. I think he was looking for Keffer, but that's a very tough throw to catch. Keffer was actually running away from the disc. USA with another opportunity. It seems like they're just unable to convert in these situations. They can grab the break, but they can't put it in.
And for Mitchell. Underneath. Trimble. Inside out flick, gonna hang. Goes to the back, gets the grab, and no foul called. Back to Knapp.
I don't know if the receiver thought that he didn't have a play on it anyway, but it's a respectable no call and a block from USA.
Brett Grumman.
Brett Grumman out of Austin, Texas. He's been playing Ultimate since he was 10 years old. Some huge defensive plays from both sides.
USA to the end zone for the break. USA brings it within one.
What a point. And that point has symbolized this entire game. Defense from both ends.
13-12, Canada still with the one break advantage. USA has never seen the lead in this game, Liam.
And if you're watching from home, from Canada or the US, what a final this is turning out to be. I'm Liam Rosen here with Brian Jones. This is Skyd Magazine's coverage of the U19 World Junior Ultimate Championships final. Go ahead and send us in your tweets. We've been seeing a lot of comments coming in on Twitter. You can find me at Skyd_Liam Rosen. You can find Brian at no_look_scuba. You can also tweet at our main account, Skyd Magazine.
Offensive line out there for Team Canada, up 13-12.
If US could break here, Brian, if US could break here, this would be huge with two momentum-changing plays in the latter half of this game.
13-12, game to 17. The wind appears to be calm, but we don't know for sure because in this stadium, it behaves differently in all corners. No rain, it appears. If anything, a little bit of drizzle.
Rain is still coming down. Doesn't look like it much on the stream, but players can definitely feel it out there.
Running Scarth. Wu and Mitchell. This is a matchup we've been looking forward to for Mitchell Sky earlier in the tournament. Snyder. Spinning. Underneath and a D by the US. Vander Mortala goes back. Yannick to Mitchell, pops it up, back to Team Canada. Snyder has Scarth on the goal line. Flips it in, right into Wu's hands and dropped. Takes a deep breath. Under Mortala. Rips a backhand. Will this hang? Enough time. Receiver there on the goal line. Flips it for the USA break. Tied at 13.
That's 3 in a row for the US. They're loving the momentum. USA supporters in the crowd going wild. Got a big parent section with them. Many USA parents made the trip with their sons and daughters out here to Italy for a family vacation. You see them there now on the stream. The USA flag's out. For the first time, United States team with a little bit of life in them.
Tied for the first time since 0-0, never seen the lead. Team Canada has controlled this game. And now the defensive finding ways, converting. With the wind dying down, we've seen a lot of those hucks that the USA have put out actually be flat and carry enough. This one going in the downwind. Timeout on the field. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this barn burner here. Canada and USA tied at 13 on Sky Magazine. Back here at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships in Sky Magazine, I'm Brian Jones here with Liam Rosen. USA stealing the momentum back after Canada had the lead for all of the game. Tied at 13's Liam. USA just has done it with their defense, been able to convert on the breaks, and that's been the difference in this late stages of this game.
Don't count Canada out yet, though.
Canada still in a fortuitous situation. Knapp. Call on the play. Confusion amongst the U.S. defenders, leaving Snyder all alone. Knapp hits Snyder. Keffer underneath. Scarth being underneath, and a bid and a strip called. Finnan. Discussion going on whether or not the strip happened. Contested strip, not quite sure how that only if the defender thought that happened after the contact, but still I agree with you, Liam. Keffer, play restarts to Wu. Wu looking back, floats out lefty. Precarious at first, but no problem. Hammer to the back of the end zone. Bobbled and caught. Canada regains the lead, 14-13.
What a game. What a game! Binnen's brother also attending this tournament. He's playing for the Israel U19 Open team. Most of these Team Canada players come from either Winnipeg or Vancouver. In fact, the grand majority of these teams' players played against each other in the final of the Canadian Junior Ultimate Championship. So still a bit of rivalry between the two camps, Vancouver and Winnipeg, although Coach Haydock says chemistry is the thing that makes this team float. And looking at the way this offensive line plays together, that's very, very visible.
14-13, U.S. has never led. faceoff. Machka, zone defense, three-person cup. Olsen. Denelo through the cup. Machka. Olsen. Rittmeyer.
USA has 2 receivers deep. They've got Marceau in the way, though.
And a slip and a fall, miscommunication. Back to Greer, Team Canada.
This grass is very slippery from 2 straight days of rain.
Nechtel. Lefty flip. McAleer fakes it to the break side. Now looking for options, high stall situation. Forced to go back, Greer. Greer inside break, too far, tipped, and slapped down, back to USA. Big fake, Leangle, Nechtel bid, couldn't get there. Schuster, Leangle. Over the top, tipped and caught. Just the nerves here by both squads. Everybody holding their breath. Goes it straight into a coach.
Not sure if that was a bad throw or a good block. Maybe a bit of both.
Also not seeing Rosie Daggle. Team Canada, Nechtel. Has Marceau blading. Marceau makes the grab.
Doesn't look like he was in.
Nechtel, quick flip for the score. Team Canada goes up by 2, 15-13.
Felix Marceau, player for Mephisto, coming up big there with the grab. USA close, but no cigar, unable to climb the hump. It's Canada now 2 points away from finishing off this game, 94 minutes in.
Canada used to being the underdog in a lot of these situations as the USA on the ropes. Let's take a look at the stands. One-handed grab.
USA offensive line has to get it done here.
This is as close as you can get without it being an actual must-score point.
Break for them. Score by Canada would be fatal.
Machka. Ochi zone. Ochi man look from Team Canada. Let's go back. Canada bring the energy. This defense can spell it right now, Liam.
One thing I want to highlight in this game, the spirit between these 2 teams has been very high. Considering it's such a close game, there have been a lot of calls. I think the players are doing a great job of talking it over, coming to the right decision. There hasn't been any heated arguments. This is what Ultimate's all about.
For the option forced to go to Olsen over the top. Olsen rips a backhand, looking for Mort. Tipped. Mort too far away.
The Hucks have not worked out well for the United States in this game. I think they've looked deep far too often with some very low percentage shots.
Canada taking their time.
I think we might attribute that to having played some less competitive teams earlier in the tournament and not having those deep defenders that can get in there and get a good play on the disc.
Leangle lays out, goes up against Watt. Lumet, I believe. Greer to the end zone, tipped. No foul call.
Crowd on the edge of their seats for that one.
Looking deep, going to be too far.
There's going to be a foul on the throw. So this disc is coming back. Still though, United States, if they want to throw deep, they have to clean it up and they have to make it pinpoint.
And they don't have much time remaining. This game is going to go to 17. The break, Machka puts it out in front, floating. Two receivers, Mort, Lee Angle lays out for the bid and the goal.
Brilliant grab by Lee Engel to make sure that disc stayed in. So USA saves it, staying alive, down by 1.
Time for the defense to face a tough task. Hugh Knapp waits on the other side with Darren Wu and Cole Keffer. And we haven't heard too much from Wu in the second half or Keffer. Canada relying on their depth. It's been players like Scarth, Snyder, Hurst getting it done. Instructions from coach George Stubbs, Blau Olsen, De Mortella, Bortela. (15-14). Team Canada leads. USA has not led in this competition. Goal from USA. Knapp. And defense, the U.S. hasn't strayed much from that. Trying to get it out of Knapp's hands. Now looking for Keffer. Keffer. To Hurst. Takes the around to Scarth. Scarth has Wu underneath. Wu fakes to Binnon. Keffer. Canada step by step. Hurst to Scarth. Same third and back to the U.S.
This is US's chance to tie it up. They have not been consistent on converting these breaks. Vanda Mortala has been big for them in this game. He'll pick up.
Call on the play.
Minnesota Grey Duck player, originally from Minneapolis.
This is centered. Underneath. Quick flip. And a foul call. Looks like actually be a travel. Or a pick, whichever. Figured out, staying. Team USA. Mortala sends it deep. Keffer in position, but right in front of him makes the catch. Flips it. Matthews for the score. Tied up again. Connor Matthews with the goal.
How many times can I say, what a game? What a game? Does that count?
Just sit back and relax and enjoy the displays of athleticism, pinpoint throws.
Generally, in other tournaments, it's the semifinals that are competitive, as we've seen a final that's been a bit of a blowout. Not in this tournament. This is the matchup we've been hoping for the entire time, as we've seen both of these teams dominant throughout the entire tournament.
USA still has never led in this game. Canada taking an early 2-0 lead. USA chipping away at a break. Canada getting it back. 8-7. As we see the pass going deep. The angle from before, getting the prior goal. And now this one.
Watch how he lays out to just make sure he gets in the end zone as well. It's a fantastic grab.
High release flick. Connor Matthews, Oregon standout. And here comes the USA defense. Knapp will take it at the center after the flip. Knapp to Keffer. Defender was closing in. Scarth to Wu. Canada stagnant a bit. Snyder to Keffer. Keffer puts a hammer to Wu. Not in.
Landed right on the line. Gets it in this time.
Flips it for the goal. 16-15 Canada. 1 point away.
The United States will put on their strongest offensive line.
Talk about pressure. USA has to score here.
Crowd on the edge of their seats.
See Wu flip for the score for that Keffer. Wu landed right in the line. Here comes the Canadian defense. Standard defensive line. Knapp actually playing on it. And a zone over the top. Snagged. Brittmeyer. Lehman.
Canada will try out the four-man cup possibly one last time.
And slip away from a turnover. Flipped. Knapp lays out, doesn't get it. Schuster. Machka to the end zone for the score, and we're going 16-all.
Double game point. $105 minutes into the match. The most hotly anticipated matchup. It doesn't get any better than this. World Junior Ultimate Championships final, double game point between the US and Canada.
All the crowd can feel it. Everybody, almost everybody on their feet.
If you're watching from home, I hope you're on your feet as well. Sit here and savor the moment.
Team USA has never led.
USA has never lost in the finals of a World Juniors Ultimate Championship since 2006. If Canada's perfect here, they will end that reign.
1 point away from knocking out a heavyweight favorite. Team Canada receives the pole. Goal from Team USA is Blady. Roll the sideline, Keffer. Center to Knapp. Knapp. Scarth bust deep. Now to Scarth. Keffer is open deep. Scarth hesitates and goes Wu. Wu for the win. Team Canada. Darren Wu! Team Canada wins 17-16 off the heroics. Who else? Darren Wu.
Darren Wu has been the man all tournament. If you don't know this name, write it down now. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been playing Ultimate for 2 years.
We're both Americans, Liam. And of course, in our hearts, we're rooting a little bit for Team USA.
Not me.
Team Canada played an outstanding game. Darren Wu. Terrence Mitchell is there, and Mitchell, one of the top skiers for Team USA.
Isaiah Mort as well behind him. One of US's tallest players. How many times? Just sit back and watch this.
Just an incredible matchup. Canada comes out on top. They win 17-16. We'll be here for a while longer as we show the handshake line. It's a great game. It's one of those games where you come out and you lose and it's heartbreaking. But this is some of the best juniors ultimate we've ever seen.
Future is very bright for both of these countries, especially Canada, Winnipeg, and Vancouver scenes. Hugh Knapp, number 77 for Canada, was big in this game. He'll be joining Furious George. You can watch him in action a week from now at the World Ultimate Club Championships. Sky Magazine will be there broadcasting as well. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned in from home. I know we had a lot of fans. We saw a lot of shout outs on Twitter from the US and Canada. This has been a fun rivalry to watch over the years.
Celebrates their win. A lot of the crowd here rooting for Team Canada. That will almost do it for our juniors coverage. We're going to go down in the field for a couple of interviews.
Story of the game, Canada rushed out to an early lead. USA could not keep up. I think talking to the US coaches during the game, they were very, very confident. They said, we're not worried about anything. They were so happy about the chemistry of their team. Canada just got it done. Talking to Coach Haydock before the game, I said, how do your players feel? He said, actually, really good. They've been preparing for this game for a while. It looks like the Canadian strategy of picking the best players in the country really worked. Canadian Juniors Ultimate getting better and better. Some of these players having played for 6, 7 years.
And we're going down in the field soon. Sky correspondent Adam Lerman will be with John Hayduck and Darren Wu.
I'm here with Team Canada's Darren Wu and coach John Hayduke. Darren, you just won a world championship. How do you feel right now?
Well, it's one of the best feelings because we've been practicing for about 7 months, and it's just an unbelievable feeling to achieve what we have been going for since the beginning. It's just amazing.
John, there were a couple times your team opened up a little bit of a 2-3 point lead, and then USA came back to tie it. What did you say in those huddles after USA brought the game back?
Same thing we've been saying for 6 months, 7 months, the entire tournament. It's about the next point. It's about the process, about doing the little things right, about personal responsibility and accountability, and playing in the moment. It's about the next point. Whatever just happened is irrelevant. Just win the next point.
Darren, Team USA had looked almost unstoppable so far this tournament. Did you believe going into this game that you were going to win this game?
Well, the mindset is we're just going to go in. We're playing ourselves. You know, we're not really thinking about what the other team is. They're an unbelievable team. They're a great team by a great coach. But we were just playing to ourselves, playing by ourselves, playing against ourselves.
John, how proud are you of the way your team played in this game?
I couldn't be more proud. They did everything that was asked of them. It's a tough thing to ignore the scoreboard, to ignore the crowds, and at no point did I get a sense of panic or the stage. They were out there doing exactly what we preached, and win or lose, I would have been just as proud of them.
Congratulations. Let's go back to Brian and Liam.
And that will do it for our coverage here at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. Team Canada wins 17-16 over Team USA for Liam Rosen. And all on behalf of the Sky crew here this week. We'll be back in a week for World Club Championships. I'm Brian Jones. Thanks for tuning in on Sky Magazine.